Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening.
Hi, I'm Sheila.
I'm Jean.
I'm Vance.
Dan Sampit.
Since a lot of you guys have requested that we will talk about optical instruments and how does their images formed, so today we're gonna talk about that. Here we go.
Throw it up, that's how we fall
So guys, our first optical instrument is an eyeglasses. So eyeglasses is also known as spectacles. It is used to improve or correct different types of vision problems like myopia, hyperopia, and astigmatism. And in eyeglasses, there are different types of lenses used. There are concave, convex, and cylindrical lenses. So, in concave lenses, it is used for nearsighted people. For convex lenses, it is used for far-sighted people, while the cylindrical lenses is used for those people who have astigmatism. And this is an example for those lenses that is used for astigmatism. But there are two main types of lenses used in eyeglasses. Convex lenses, curved in slightly, are used for nearsighted people. This bends the light towards the bottom and top of the lens, thus pushing the focal point back towards the retina. Far-sighted individuals need a concave lens. The light that passes through concave lens is bent towards the center, pushing the focal point forward. The goal of correction is to have the focal point hit the retina exactly where it should for ideal vision. The degree of the lens curve changes with the strength of the prescription.
Oh, you're gonna stay the night. I need to be free with you tonight.
Tonight is the night.
If I lose myself tonight, it'll be my
Far away, too far away, but we can get back yesterday. I'll be young right.
Have you ever pretended to be a detective? If you're a fan of great literature, perhaps you've even pretended to be one of the greatest detectives of all time. You know, the one who lives at 221 Baker Street in London? Who are we talking about? Of course, Sherlock Holmes. If you want to be Sherlock Holmes, you'll be needing a tweed jacket, a hat, a cool hat, but the most important tool that you'll need to search for the smallest clues is a magnifying glass. Magnifying lenses play important roles as part of other devices, including binoculars, cameras, microscopes, and telescopes. Magnifying glasses make objects appear larger because their convex lenses refract or bend light rays so that they converge or come together. In essence, magnifying glasses trick your eyes into seeing something differently than it really is. When light bounces off an object and travels to your eyes, those light rays travel parallel to each other. When they pass through a magnifying glass, the convex lenses bend the parallel rays so that they converge and create a virtual image to your eyes' retinas.
And now let's move to the telescope. Human eyes can see long distance. In fact, the Andromeda Galaxy can be seen in naked eye, and that's 2.5 million light years away. But even a massive galaxy like Andromeda appears at a tiny point in the sky. It makes sense that as an object gets further away, it becomes harder to see. But why this happens? Help us, Nana. It makes sense that as an object gets further away, it becomes harder to see. But why this happen? Help us understand how vital telescopes have been in exploring the universe. As an object gets further away, less of the light will reach your eye. The image takes less space on your retina, making the image smaller. This makes details of the image harder to see. To make a distant object appear bigger and larger, we effectively need a bigger eye. To collect more light, with more light we can create a brighter image. We can then magnify the image so that it takes up more space on our retina.
And lastly, we have the microscope. So the microscope is one of the most important tools used in chemistry and in biology. This instrument allows you to magnify a thing and to look at it in detail. So there are two types of microscope. The first thing is the optical microscope and the imaging microscope. So the optical microscope uses lenses and visual light. The image produced by the visual light are usually of a lower resolution than those produced by the other microscope. An example of optical microscope is a stereo microscope. This microscope uses two different viewing lenses and produces three-dimensional images of the sample. So next is the imaging microscope. The imaging microscope are significantly higher in resolution and magnification than optical microscope, but are also much more expensive.
So that would be all. I hope you enjoyed and see you for the next vlog.
Only know you've been high when you're feeling low.
The piece of me
Only hate the road when you miss some home.
I didn't
Only know you love her when